Welcome to the next video. In this video, we're going to talk about setting up a WEBGL environment in P5.js. In the last video, I showed you how to get started with a web development or a development environment in VS Code rather than working in the editor. And so this is going to give us, now we're in WebGL, that's why the circle is in a different spot. So let's see where the 0, 0 mark is. In non-WebGL mode, the 0, 0 mark is top left. So if we were to draw this circle at coordinate x0, y0, we would get it up in the top left corner. And then this number here is our circle's radius. But in WebGL mode is like a 3D environment. So it starts us off in the center here. And the coordinate system is just shifted. One thing I like to do is to draw the coordinate system. But you're going to potentially see that we're going to run into an issue here in 1 second. So I'm going to give it a stroke of 255.00, which is red. There's some weird auto-completing thing that I have to work out here. 0, 0 is the starting point of our line. And 100, 0 is the end point. Okay. All right, so we're good. Not too long ago, there was some issue with WebGL mode in P5.js I was noticing, but I think it looks like they fixed it. So I'm going to turn on orbitControl, and this is a really handy tool when you're developing in WebGL mode in P5.js. It allows you to just click and rotate things around. So I like to always draw a 3D coordinate system. Actually, I already have a function for this. Draw coordinates. And let's fix the formatting here. And Control tab to move things back. Tab moves forward, or sorry, Shift tab to move back. And let's do the same thing here. Shift tab. All right, so I've written this function. So I'm getting better about not doing this. I used to like put everything in my draw function, and then it's like gets very clunky to be like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be drawing these coordinates. So I'll just show you what's right, so thickness and length is not defined. So yeah, I used to do a lot of stuff like this where I'd be like, okay, I'd make global variables and stuff and say like thickness is 3, and then the length that I want for each of the lines is going to be 200. And I would do it that way. But a much cleaner way to do this is to create a function to do that for you. So then instead of having these global variables you have to like keep track of and everything, you put this all into a function. And this is just drawing 3 lines in 3D space so we can have a coordinate system that we can see to get our bearings. And then you can just call this function. Oops. Call it draw coordinates. So one of the better things about VS Code is it has the auto-filling, which is nice. And I can even tell you like, you know, what arguments the function takes. So the thickness will just say 2, and the length will say 100, because 200 was a bit much. So now you can see this is the coordinate system. So if we wanted to then draw like a circle at mouse x, mouse y, 20, you can see mouse x, mouse y is 0, 0 in the top left corner. So as I move like to the right, we're moving along x, down along y, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so yeah, the other thing you might notice if you worked in 3D a bit is that the coordinate system is a left-handed coordinate system, which means to figure that out, you like use like the right-hand rule normally. You'd go point in the x direction with your hand, and then bend your middle finger along the y, and then your thumb points to the z. So that's like a right-hand coordinate system. But this is naturally reversed in P5.js. It's, if you were to point along the X axis here, and then you bend your middle finger to get the Y, and then the Z is pointing up with your thumb. So it's a left-handed coordinate system. It's kind of weird. So to fix that, we can scale. I have to fix these autofilling things. Scale along the negative X. So we're flipping everything. So everything that's, we're making the current positive X direction be the negative X direction and vice versa. But it didn't change anything, did it? I wonder why. There we go. Oh, weird. Okay, so that doesn't play nicely with orbitControl. Sometimes you have to put things after orbitControl, and then it will play nicely. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that worked. So yeah, you want to call orbitControl first, and then do all your other things. All right, that'll be it for this video. This is very simple. Like, you could get started now, giving yourself a sense of where to put things. So just for one more example, if you wanted to like translate, and I'm gonna fix this autofill for the next video. Sorry about that. I'm just adding an extra letter so I don't get the autofill. Translate like 100. Maybe we'll just do like 20, 40, 100, and then draw a sphere. Oh gosh, what is this? No, sorry, a sphere. All right, I'll fix it in the next video.